Enter. Head over to W1Dota over on Twitter. Shameless plug.
Alright, hold on. I need 5 minutes. Let me go look at the banter. Just solo cast.
Would you believe who starts it is, of course, Hotvid.
Hotvid's watching?
Alright, well, I assume he's watching. He might not be watching anymore. That guy's really busy now. He works for ESL.
5 seconds.
He's got things to do. Like watch ESL's tournaments.
Reserve time.
Done almost every day. Anyway, let's go to the game. It looks like this time around they are not going to give over Leshrac. Even if it wasn't a big problem in the last game, it was primarily because Anti-Mage was off to a blinder of a start. That's what made that really work.
I mean, it could have been Tiny having a good game too, but got picked off too much, and it was really easy for them to just, like, you saw Lesh keep up with the Anti-Mage the whole time, even though he had that great start. How Lesh is farming, just flash farms everything, basically an Anti-Mage, just pushing everywhere. So yeah, definitely don't want to play against that hero.
And no Darkseer. Finally, no Darkseer. This guy has become top 2 ban material again.
I agree. I see the hero every game, and it does so much work.
Yeah. Be it from laning, the combos you can work with everything. As long as your team can execute the combo, yeah. Like he has a loss tonight, but that's, I'm not going to put that on the hero itself. But Gyrocopter, he slips through, and this is the problem when you start banning out heroes like Tuskar and Darkseer within the first 2, that you get such a great teamfight hero like a Gyrocopter in return. But Root are going to get their own back.
Lina. I'm surprised Lina hasn't been picked up a little bit more.
Really?
I find this hero always good.
Not the Lina. I'm surprised Rubik. But go on about Lina.
The Rubik, it could be the one they could do for Rubik Lina setup. They could be setting it up for the dual roaming maybe potential. Lina can always flash farm, so even if she's put into the support role, she can easily farm the map. It's just like having another Leshrac in the game. And then when you get that Ags up, it's great counter for Gyrocopter, because normally Gyro's going to get a BKB. You just get that Ags, take out at least 2/3 of the HP immediately. And, well, this is something.
This is something. At the same time, we really felt like YT had a huge upper hand in the last draft. But I don't want to just say, well, I got Undying and Jar, let's just call this a day and go to game 3.
It's just how their synergy is going to come out. Like, is Sunken going to go too far diving in enemy territory just by himself, and his team tries to save him, and they continuously get a Roshan afterwards? It's just, I thought both the teams were pretty much even. Anti-Mage, because he was so far ahead of the Tiny, and Lesh was keeping up still, so I thought it was a pretty close game last game. This time, yeah, you can never tell by the picks alone, so we'll see what they do. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with this, right? They could maybe go aggressive now, or they could do another aggressive dual lane. Maybe another Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker and Dying's not too bad.
Yeah, actually, one of the great combos I saw recently was actually done by a team called Spay Created. Created for real name, but they had to remove the E create space.
5 seconds remaining.
They actually ran a Lina as well as a Spirit Breaker combo.
Reserve time.
And it was this dual off lane, which I looked at, and you're like, okay, how's this meant to work? And the Lina just sits back. Then the SB charges in, it's level 2. And then the Lina also at level 2, Light Striker raids slaves, then you got Spirit Breaker who charges, gets his bash. You're like, well, okay, this is already problematic. And then they're so stable in the lane, they hit level 6 at the same time because they just stick together. The Spirit Breaker doesn't have to rotate off. It's all about shutting down the core who's farming in the lane. And then you got Laguna Blade and Nether Strike. And there's no hero that survives Laguna Blade and Nether Strike.
Really good idea. It really depends on what the enemy carry is. Like if it's an anti-mage, oh, it can be heavily punished. If it's Ember
They-
Spirit, you can definitely punish that hero.
They did
early
it
on.
twice against an anti-mage.
Oh yeah.
It was absolutely hilarious actually, because like they picked the same draft 2 games in a row. But it was in 2 different series. So it was like in game 2 of one of their series and game 1 of the next series. And both times the enemy picked anti-mage against them.
10 seconds remaining.
Both times the anti-mage got completely destroyed. They actually had 2 supports protecting them. Like actually protecting the anti-mage. And the Lina SB combo still killed them every time.
The 2 heroes I hate playing most when I'm against when I'm anti-mage and I'm playing against, it's Spirit Breaker and Bloodseeker. Like those 2 heroes are obnoxious. Just so annoying. You just put the Rupture on the anti-mage. Later on, you start off with so much damage early on Bloodseeker, you could even rotate up. Silence is always annoying too when you're going against an anti-mage, as long as you can lock him down. And then Spirit Breaker just always charging around the map. You can never safely farm, like ever. You're just always, you're on the map, he can charge you, get information, and team can always set up ganks.
Alright, YP. Going for boys. Ooh.
Dire team
Okay, maybe we will be seeing that Wisp combining up with the Tiny we've been seeing running solo so far.
That's a Ember. Well, they might have to change, because if it's Ember mid and they, like you're saying, they do IO Tiny mid, it's gonna completely crush them.
So you just switch the Ember up to the top. You can still run this Lina as a support if you want it.
Or a core too.
10 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
It's actually good as a core. Like I don't think it really matters either way.
5 seconds.
Because if you run it as a core or a support, you're probably going to find your level 6 at the point when you can kill off the Wisp in one burst of
Reserve
Laguna.
time.
So that's not too much of a problem. But I kind of prefer to actually see this Lina as a as a core and get something more like a Witch Doctor. You get a good combo up against the Wisp and whoever. And you also have some damage during the middle of a fight, which won't care about all the undying minions around you. You voodoo restoration up, you just turn the ulti on, and then the heroes have to push back. So you can kill off that tombstone. The other option is you go for a Naga Siren. And then you use the Song of the Siren to get rid of tombstone, completely destroy the relocate in, and then kill them all. But that would force the Lina into a
10
support role.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, Naga's not that bad here. I mean, you're just
5
buying
seconds
time,
remaining.
and buying time for Ember is so great. It gives you time for the Radiance, give you time for the
Reserve
Battle Furies,
time.
for the Ember, make space around the map. You can safely farm the Naga and the Ember as long as they don't get too many catch-out heroes. What I mean by that is they still have no lockdown on YP's side. So they need to start figuring out what they can do on their side. Like, if they do get Tiny Wisp, be something they can use to maybe catch out the heroes. Else, they might need.
10
Templar
seconds
assassin.
Left.
remaining.
Wyvern's not too bad, and
Dire team
Lion
bad.
are what I'm thinking maybe the most. Also, Disruptor's really good against Clockwork. You can just glimpse people back if they're hooked, or glimpse them back in lane and kill them a lot of times. Especially when you have a Gyrocopter, that dual lane could work out. But with the TA pickup here,
10 seconds remaining.
probably not going to be the dual lane mid, so IO should be going with
5 seconds
Gyro,
remaining.
maybe.
Maybe. I don't really want to expect anything out from this team, even if their lanes were as we were predicting, even if their aggressive movement was
Radiant
different.
team ban.
Silence is going to be the last ban out now by Root. That's now the second time in this series that he's been banned out by Root Gaming.
Silencer.
I think everyone hates playing against Silencer.
I'd rather play
it
against
would
the Silencer than
Remaining.
it'd actually be so brutal in the game, like this game, like Templar Assassin.
5 seconds
If
remaining.
you got a couple successful kills with the Silencer nearby, just getting a good refraction out would be difficult.
Dire team
Getting a refraction meld combo would be really, really difficult.
The one good thing though is TA is great against Ember kind of early on. He's just paper. The problem is TA versus Ember matchup, you kind of have to max meld. If you don't, then You'll normally lose out to the Ember's Flame Guard later on once he's level 5 or 4, and then you can die easily. But if you max the meld, you can do really well. Refraction's pretty much useless against that, and then you can always have the IO coming in, because when I was saying maybe earlier is because IO can always stack the jungle, and then try to tether mid and help the TA, and they have flash farming heroes with Gyro and TA, so they really want to utilize the jungle and stack as much as they can.
We see another slot going up against a Templar Assassin. We've been down this road previously.
What happened, Toby? What happened?
For those who missed the game, it was a Templar Assassin who completely destroyed a Storm Spirit, rotated it around, destroyed everyone else,
10 seconds remaining.
and then got destroyed. Kind of it. Like, 2 Aegis's the Immortal still couldn't help them to win the game. So,
Self-imploded.
it was a hard lie. Okay.
I really love Night Stalker against Slark, because it gives you that negative vision, and Slark thrives on vision. So if you take away all the vision that he can possess, you get the fast Ags. You can get maybe get the fast Ags, Midas into Ags into Gem. You can go for these pickoffs. Ember Spirit's not safe. Slark's not safe. The biggest problem right now, though, is that he doesn't have any stun. Like, they have the Void to cancel TP and Rocket if you're lucky.
No.
I'm stretching there.
Yeah, we're not going to count Rocket at all. Yeah, they really rely on
running at the enemy.
I'm also worried about their laning phase, because it's very easy for Night Stalker to die
5 seconds
as well.
remaining.
That should be a Slark on the safe lane, or even Searing Chains from an Ember Spirit. All these things are going to cause real problems for a Night Stalker's mobility. And what you'd actually almost like to see, and you kind of always want to see a hero like this when you go up against an Ember Spirit, is a Eul Scepter style hero. Because it dispels the Flame Guard of Ember, you can just attack directly into him. You don't really have a natural Eul Scepter hero, unless we're going to count Syndra's Night Stalker build as natural.
Get a Eul's on Io.
Yeah.
You could just Eul's yourself right before you're about to get relocated back, and then you're safe.
Which, yeah, because heals doesn't cancel that. But it's... Yeah.
You started the clowniness. I was helping facilitate it.
Oh, you definitely helped with the clown show, but I was actually thinking about like the next time, how the hell did they even get through their laning phase? You're pushing a Night Stalker up top, so he's gonna stop the pulse. But you'll also notice too that this Slark is up here, and he can be solo. You're running a support Rubik as well as Lena. I almost want to refer back to the days of LGD International, when they traveled down to China, and they brought there was the dual roam combo. Like, it was kind of like SD and Lena, but the same principle applies with the Rubik. So you just look for this quick rotation, you find yourself a pickoff, you make the use of smoke, which I'm really surprised Derp is standing where he is here. Like, he's not visible to the Radiant side, but if they see this smoke on him, they're going to be a little bit more cautious in movement in the lanes. So,
they can definitely punish the TA early on if they can get a good, just a good setup, because Flame Guard will take away the refractions. Chain Change will hold them in place. So.
And they'll need to punish the Templar Assassin. We're gonna have a little battle over bottom rune to start with, as Cogs. Well, that's going to burn most of the mana off the Templar Assassin, but she'll pick up the rune. This will bring her very, very close to a bottle.
Tomb was probably not needed. I was going to let you talk about it. But...
wouldn't you want Decay?
Yeah. No, that's the guy who went max.
Like, no charge? Like 1 point charge?
I'm trying to think of the other Empowering Haste. That's the guy who went max Empowering Haste.
Sunken.
I can't say.
You're definitely a unique kid. Derp gonna be charged, but that's not like he's gonna stun up both the other heroes. This is when you kind of want to have that Decay, but the Searing Chains just a little bit keeping back Wisp as well as the Undying. He doesn't have Tombstone, so he has no presence in the lane apart from 49 base damage with one punch.
It's kind of hard to shut down the Clockwork. You know he's going to be hogsing this in, having the lane back. So, and then plus the creeps are blocked, and they don't have any sentry wards. They have not one on Nightstalk top, one on Wisp, but they haven't dewarded. Really bad. Kind of just like forced to rotate around.
They're going again. Tombstone's up, but the toss back, dup. This time he will go down. The IO will take him out, and that is first blood. Going the way of YP.
Tri lane, it's like 3v2 mid lane. What is this meta?
I don't know. But I can tell you the Slark's gonna have a great old time. He's gonna farm up on top lane quite comfortably. The Night Stalker's managed to find some experience, but he's not really gonna be able to achieve anything until the first nighttime really hits. And even then, it's either a little bit of harassment into the Lina. It was Undying goes level 1 Tombstone in 3.9% of his professional games. I am even surprised it's at 3.9.
Only reason why you go for it is this hill right here. Like,
yeah, that's if you're having a battle in this river area here.
Yeah.
And it spreads over to here. Like that's one of the reasons. Nice little haste room for a Night Stalker. Can have enough. Oh, Derp will be fine. Run into the mid, just try and zoom out the Ember. He doesn't achieve anything with it apart from having a bit of a walk. But this Ember still managed to found 13 CS to the 15 as well of Slark. Like the Dire is still pulling in the cash.
How is he getting wrecked so hard in it?
I don't know. He's a Templar Assassin. He's got refraction. It shouldn't be possible. Right, and it's an Ember Spirit. Maybe you can get close enough to cause some problems for the TA. But so far it hasn't happened, and he had the bottle very early on too. Top lane, the Undying did rotate up here and threw down the Tombstone. But he just keeps throwing it out. Like, he just keeps moving from lane to lane. Now, the Light Striker rate's going to hit. Potentially they could pounce on this, and with the Dark Pact, okay, he could have done a little bit more work. So, in fact, they get the leash over on the Night Stalker. Another Light Striker race available, and there goes your Night Stalker. The Slark will find the kill, and the Undying is limping back to base to 85 life. There's even another rotation. It's Clockwork who's running into the mid. He can get in a great position for Cog. Starts with a Battery Assault, however, and pushes Kingjan out. He's doing a lot of damage with that. But he bought space, more importantly, for the Templar Assassin to walk around. She's caught up with the CS now. Now it's like 12 to 18.
I'm just puzzled as what they're trying to do for YP. They just seem kind of lost. I think I'm really confused why they didn't run the dual lane top with Night Stalker and Undying. What's the Undying bottom lane supposed to do for you against the Clockwork?
Yep.
So confused right now.
They at least have a bit of a stack starting up. The Wisp just missed a stack on the Alpha Wolf camp. But at least you got like a... Well, that's still just a ×2. Yeah. So it's not much to write home about, but it's nighttime! And everything changes at nighttime. Unless you have a level 2 Night Stalker, then everything kind of remains the same at nighttime.
Well, you thought you were making fun of me earlier, but they have Rocket. Gyro. He doesn't have boots yet. He isn't blind.
Why would you... Okay, middle lane, they're having a crack. Ember, he's in trouble. They got the slope, there's your Tombstone. Try and bottle charge up between the attacks monkeys, but it's not going to be possible as they commit 4 heroes to kill off this Ember Spirit. It's now a quad lane. It's now a quad lane versus solo lane in mid. And the Night Stalker wants to instantly rotate up too. Ina's actually managed to get herself a tri-stack in the camps. If you actually look around, they're using the illusions of the Ember Spirit to stack up the other camps. Root's got so much money waiting to be farmed. And this will give burst levels to the Rubik as well as the Lina. But only when the Ember Spirit's ready for it. That's why I think he's gone the high points up. Well, not just that, but he's got high points up in Flame Guard. They're going to find a kill first.
Anyways, against this matchup. Like, if you're against a Quap, you could go for maybe the Sleight of Fist or something.
Here comes your smoke movement. Now, the Radiant side see up on the hill, they know nothing's coming from behind. The Night Stalker was just a little bit too late to get a little bit of a peek. And actually looks like this smoke movement is to kill off bottom lane. They're coming down for the Gyro. check the Radiant camps, which they'll understand there are no stacks prepared because the supports have been most of the time rotating. But with the telekinesis pickup, they can grab the Gyro and put him into a Cog Battery Assault, and the Battery Assault is level 3. That will do some good work.
Dire's bottom tower
But they're gonna find the
is under
Wisp
attack.
instead. I don't know if they got enough damage between the two of them to kill that Wisp. Especially now when they walk in range of the Obs Ward.
Monkeys is level 6 now, so the only thing that can really kill him is a pause, but only thing that can kill him is really the silence from Night Stalker. I mean,
the poor camp. Slark should really get over here. They commit a call down and the flat cannon, which only has 2 more hits left. But this is godsend right now for YP. Because this is Undying hitting level 3, potentially level 4 with a stack. It should be with a split. And Night Stalker pushing to level 4 himself. And Gyro hitting level 7. Not to mention the money that Gyro is going to get in from this is just so damn good.
gimme.
Alright. Yeah, Gyro picks up a lot of it. One of the big guys that are left over, but he'll rock a barrage down the rest of it. And yeah, Slark realizes what's going on. The stack won't help him. At the same time, Templar Assassin, Rubik, TPing out. Coming in to put down an Observer was now he's watching
Lane, top lane.
the stack.
Gonna go for the silence, he just got level 4. That's where they needed.
Ow. Working. It's actually working. I'm still not feeling that they're fully in this game. Even when the scoreboard says 3-1 and the experience in gold is coming back, I'm still seeing Clockwork at level 6 by 7 minutes in with some decent items. A Slark who also has some decent items. And an Ember Spirit that hasn't been really controlled in the early stages. Like, he's died once, and they've put a lot of pressure on him.
The only reason why they got back in this game is because they did that stack just now and they got the kill on Slark. Imagine if they didn't have, they would have Undying still level 2 and Night Stalker level.
Yep. I'd actually look at it the opposite direction too. Imagine if Slark was able to come over and Dark Pact farm up that stack.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Then
under
you'd be
attack.
looking at a Slark who would be very close to... Well, he may not have actually finished the Magic Wand. He may have just gone directly into the hand of Midas. That's also another peril that could have been facing them. So yeah, YP have really caught themselves a good break. And now they're looking for another one. Slark's going to pause the game as we have ourselves a crash. Monkeys came in very, very close here. It was actually Derp. It was the Rubik that crashed. But this Night Stalker was right behind him.
He's giving the enemy team a chance. It's helping. They're helping Monkeys. They felt sorry for him.
And that Rubik can't really do much. He's a level 2 Rubik. He really needed these stacks to be farmed up and to leech the experience. This Rubik is just so far behind. So, there's your Silence. There's your Void. And now Rubik, a telekinesis pickup is all he can do. It's going to give an AoE stun. Same with the Light Strike Array. A quick jump from the Ember Spirit. He's actually surviving through this, and the Night Stalker is going to go down to the attacks. The Undying Tombstone. Is he firing up away? Yep, no undead minions are actually going to go over. Clockwork has come in behind the lines to get the hook shot over on the IO. Templar Assassins finished up the Rubik. And this Clockwork is very, very stranded. Wanting to go for the runes. The Cog pushback. Actually, double push the Templar Assassin. Now there's bottle charges and a straight TP. No stun central. Be able to get away to safety. Oh, that was not the plan, Stan.
Monkey? Oh, okay. So what happened is Monkey just got a DD rune too. Derp TP back. Tried to give him the bottle, but Derp had full inventory, so he couldn't give the bottle abuse back.
Whoops.
That's sweet justice to my ears. Using the bottle.
I don't think Monkeys will see it as justice. He'll find it's a very big problem. Like having 3 bottle charges will bring him to be in an aggressive position up against the Templar Assassin. Who's got the Courier slowly inching back to base. I'm surprised with all the resources available at YP's disposal, that's a basic Courier. Just saying.
They just like it old-fashioned, you know?
Yeah. God damn you!
They're on a mission.
No! 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 Where I wasn't going. Hook shot, long way over, into the battery assault. He'll drop the tombstone. The cooldown's coming in too, so Clockwork may not be surviving this one. He'll TP out, but homing missile, Rocket Barrage will actually do the work. No homing missile, just damage to find the kill. While Templar Assassin and Whisper doing a really good job now. Now they're taking out their own stacks. While Rubik and Lena are teaming up to take out the Dire stacks.
Not really going for the... Well, he might go back now. No, he's just flame guarding mid. He's gonna go for that Boots of Travel first build, it looks like. Or go for the drums first. I wouldn't mind seeing drums so he can survive more. He needs to rush bots, but maybe he just feels like he can just pressure the map. Can't even do anything about it.
Root missed the timing on the swell stack. It's so hard to get that one when you've already got yourself a double stack. These supports needed this. It's going to be level 5 and level 4. The Lena and the Rubik, respectively. And this Jar is having a fantastic time. So this is when we start seeing ancient stacks. Because the Helm of the Dominator is now up for the Gyrocopter.
Remember last game when they ganked him and he was shut down pretty effectively? He was like 0-2 off the start, but now he's 2-0. And he might have fallen behind in Clark CS, but still getting those kills, helping him be in the leaderboard right now. And yeah, it's just that we saw the Rubik and the Lena come over, rotate, but they didn't capitalize on it. So just stood there, go on bottom lane. Could have been a free kill.
And this TA. Okay, yeah, she is going to go into the drums. I was actually going to ask you the question, like, where do you go as this Templar Assassin? When you see BTs over on the Ember Spirit, you're feeling the split push is going to be coming your way.
Kind of weird, though. Still hasn't maxed out Meld Strike, and you're against the Ember. I'd say, still say you should max it. And you also want to go for the quick deso. Always quick deso, I think. Pending. Oh. You're getting pounced.
They're coming top. This is exactly the same time as the Undying TP bottom. Now, this wasn't visible to Root, but they're able to get the control off, and Monkey's just going ham. A double kill into the tower, and the buyback comes in from the Night Stalker. He wants to help out the Templar Assassin. And Ember Spirit, well, where's that Remnant jump? Where is any jump? He cannot get it. He'll end up dropping. There wasn't mana left in the pot. They lose the Ember and the Rubik for this, but they do get a buyback out from the Night Stalker. The advantage still goes the way of Root overall. Even if it is the Templar Assassin the Gyro that gets space to farm after that.
Double damage!
No. It's still looking good for... I thought at first we were saying, like, how are MBM and YP, how are they going to get into the game? They just keep running at the enemy, and then now Root trying to page out of their book, kind of getting burned. But they did get the tower top, so at least something did come of it. And the bad thing, though, is still Rubik's only level 4. Lena is getting her level 6, though, at the bottom lane, and I think that's when they can start making the big plays. Speaking of Lena, she's actually really farmed right now.
Lena? Yes. Yeah. It's because she took the stacks in the jungle. She took most of the CS, where Derp didn't take much apart from experience. That's the upside for him. Now, Derp is sitting back behind the tower. He's in the fog of war, so right now all they see is the Clockwork, who has hookshot. The Undying Tombstone will be dropped. This will keep the creep wave at bay. And it's up to Root if they really want to try and fight this. The Clockwork's still fairly trapped, and Rubik's going to come in. Telekis to pick up. He's going to throw the Night Stalker down and hookshot away to safety for the Clockwork. And with Lena, Laguna Blade! Well, okay, that Whisper's dead. That's always the problem when you go up against such burst damage style heroes like the Lena. And this Tombstone won't last long enough. I'll have to start taking the tower themselves, and that's why Fortification's there. The Night Stalker's going for the wraparound. Coming for the Rubik, but nope, they're going to let it go. Slark's too busy farming up the top lane. He isn't going to go into the mines, he's going directly into Shadowblade. So he's going to get on the hunt. While the Ember Spirit finds his farm on bottom. They don't lose the tower. That's pretty damn good for Root.
This is kind of what they have to do, too. They have to group up as 5. This problem is you just saw how much space Slark and Ember were able to get. Like, Slark has his Shadowblade now because he had so much room to farm. They didn't even get the tier 1 tower, and Monkeys is just constantly pressuring the bottom lane the last 2 minutes. So This is looking really good for Root. They just dodging, and they haven't even lost one tower yet. And that's the whole point of YP's lineup, is to run at you and get this early game advantage.
But 7-7 is not an early game advantage. In fact, if you look at the net worth and the gold, it's just over 1k for Root on both crafts. They're just being more efficient across the map. That's the upside about going these BTs first on Monkeys. Like, he can not only just pressure the bottom lane, but when the top lane pushes back up, he can head up there. Slark moves so quickly across this map because of the passive in Shadow Dance. Root can always be there for the fights.
Oh, Io's about to get level 6 dragon, I don't think.
But what's he really going to do once he has level 6? Like, are you going to start looking at observer wards inside the dire jungle? And then relocate him for kills with Emperor? Or...
Yeah, everything's on the use of the Night Stalker, and it's almost going to be daytime soon.
Radiant's bottom tower
and he burnt his ulti as well during the night.
Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of like this is kind of where they needed to make the press get at least 1 or 2 towers fall.
Yeah,
and they haven't done any of that, so they've been fended off, and it's almost daytime, and it's looking really good for Root. They just have to hold on.
They're gonna blink dagger over on the TA, so at least she's got some level of aggression. But it's aggression up against Shadowblade already up and running, and an Ember Spirit who also finishes Perseverance 16 minutes in. Even this Clockwork is gonna make TA regret this. He's finished up his Blade Mail. So now the Gyro's gonna be really careful when he goes for his damage, and Slug 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how many hits it takes him to get the kill. He's looking at the courier, and Shadow Dance TP out. They have no AoE stuns, so he's fine. He got away with murder. And Rubik's level 6 and steals Refraction as well.
Is there anything that can cancel? There's no item.
No, because they won't be able, like, they'd have to, like, they can't see him. They just need an AoE stun, which they do not possess. There's no item which will give you something like Split Earth or anything.
Battle Fury Basher. Yeah. There's nothing.
If you had the old Wisp where he used to have a stun, sure. So, Drew put down the cogs to try and keep him away from the tower. And they're coming in from behind. You've got, okay, Gypsy doesn't want to bar, but they just let the tower go, the Gyrocopter. They're still farming up bottom, which is where Monkeys is. And, well, TA comes in with a double damage or inside of Fist dodges the first attack, and the tower is brought down because of that distraction. He had a defensive spirit back next to the Obs Ward. At the same time, Night Stalker just got scouted out, walking into the Roshan pit. So he'll come back out, but the Searing Chains, they're right on the edge of this, and now there's no way out. The Clockwork still with their Blade Mail up, there's significant damage. He's got a hook shot to get back in this fight. He's going to need to. The Templar Assassins in too close. They're fighting right on top of Roshan with the Undying Tombstone. There's been a 1-for-1 trade-off. The Wisp will finally go down as Slug triggers off the Shadow Dance finally. The Spirit is there for the Ember Spirit to come back after healing, but they've lost 3 players now. YP.
That was a great Rubik's steal. He stole Call Down, lifted him back into it. Oh, he's chasing for even more.
This is why he left the Spirit behind. That Rocket's also on the ground, but you've got the Slark running himself in. He'll move as quickly as he can to catch up to this Gyrocopter. And, well, go around the creep wave. Yeah, not going to come in to double TPs onto the tier 2 tower. It's just not worth it. And the Monkeys, I hope he has a plan B. Like, you just hit daytime, and Clockwork will be his plan B.
Plan B is daytime, or Plan A is daytime. And this Undying is still only level 6 right now. And we tried to relocate during that team fight, get out, but he's also level 6 too. These supports are so starved. You were talking about on the side of Root. These guys look like they're dirt poor. I mean, they do have an earn up on IO, but that's not going to be helping you out, top lane.
He's going to run away. Unless they've got detection, which they have sentry wards. No dust, they can't see him. Clockwork. He actually hooked past the Night Stalker into the range creep to then push back the Night Stalker and allow the lead to do her work. Not sure if intentional, but works.
Extra style points.
Normally, you'd still like hookshot into said hero and walk past him, and then cog him back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So technical, Toby.
Anyway, I've watched Cat play so much Clockwork that if I don't learn something, then either I'm just...
It has to be a problem.
Yeah, it really, like, I'll have learning difficulties if I don't learn something. Oh, that Blade Bell. What did it still call down? Yup!
Yep. Call down again.
Call down on Derp. So they could push this bottom lane if they wanted to. The Battle Fury is now done for the Ember Spirit, so we're 20 minutes in with BT's Battle Fury. It's still going to fly out from the courier. But he can leave a Spirit behind and not waste the courier's time. While Clockwork looks like he's building into a 4-staff.
I really hope Gyro goes for the BKB and Saint Janasha. As you said, the Blade Mill is just too much.
Yep.
And he still has to worry about the Slark too, the pounce. You have to really get away from that as well. And Sunken,
well, okay, so Slark already kills off the Undying. Whisper's going to tether himself forward. They were forced to do this because they were split up from the Clockwork. He doesn't have a TP scroll. He's got no way out of this. In fact, no matter what happens right now, Clockwork is dead. Dies underneath the tier 3 tower, at least creates some space for everybody else. That's all he wanted to achieve.
Their window of doing stuff is kind of like over, but it started back up again. This is the third night where they have to make stuff happen.
But how do you make stuff happen? This Night Stalker's not ready to fight. Like, he's still building in for a hand of Midas, so he's using this time to farm up the top lane. While bottom lane, Monkeys was farming up the top lane anyway. He was the man to push it in. He's just split pushing across the map perfectly, and you've got Roshan, who will definitely be on the minds of Root very soon. So got the SMY now over on Slark. You've still got Call Down on the Rubik for the moment. So if things go wrong, things go wrong. And Clockwork has his hook shot and building closer towards that 4-star because Ember Spirit's got damage. So the ability to kill off Roshan is actually quite good for Root. And you want to do that so you don't give a chance for YP to just jump in and get over aggressive. Now with this Blink Dagger on the TA, it won't be long until she has that Desolator. And a license to jump for a TA is a dangerous thing.
You'll almost never see this build on Ember Spirit, like almost ever, because he only has 1,000 life and he's really squishy. But because they have no lockdown on the side YP, it's just so easy for him to play so greedy. Why do I have to buy drums when I could just go maximum farm? And I don't fault him for that. And Gypsy's been playing really good. He just goes around, he knows he can get kills, play as aggressive as he wants, and then he just escapes with Shadow Blade or Shadow Dance.
Yep. Stepped up to the point now where he's just using Call Down to farm. Burns 125 mana, but who cares? He'll get lucky enough to get a regeneration rune probably next. Ember. Yep. I'm like, that's a little too deep. Now on bottom lane, there's Slark, but Fraction stopping the damage, so Blink was still available. A Haste Rune Templar. Ember. This is still a good time now for a TA. You got Blink Dagger, you get a Whisk to keep you alive, and you got Blink Desolator with your drums and face boots. And you can kill with this. Especially if you find Rubik. Maybe not finding Lina, because Lina will just Yule Scepter. Either herself or the TA.
If he finds the Slark though, Slark's just gonna TA up. This is just too squishy right now and he needs the BKB. Oh,
there's your Searing Chains, and with the leash, where's the relocate save out? He's trying it, but it's all too late. Gonna relocate out. At the same time, Ember Spirit jumps away, and Slark pounds himself in, goes into the Shadow Dance, but he does not want to be here. That Wisp will tether himself over the Gyrocopter in a moment, and the Night Stalker TP's in too. And looking at that rocket flying in from behind, it's the Clockwork looking for an opening to hookshot. But there's no reason to risk it. Back up. You got what you came for. You killed the Templar Assassin.
Yes, I literally just said it 2 seconds before it happened. For Slark to blow him up. Very unfortunate. Io didn't get to relocate out in time. And that's basically all they can do, really. It feels like just save your relocate to save someone. They can't Just using it for defensive purposes. Not very effective.
And Gypsy is being such a problem for YP. He's even taking the safe camp to farm. So there's no easy way just to get a little bit of extra CS into you. And with the Ember Spirit now with a Chrysalis on himself, and almost level 16 as well, there's just so much for this Ember to play with. So much damage. So if Night Stalker wants to try and man mode the Ember, he'll just turn around and hit him back. I'm actually surprised, like, monkeys must be concerned there's more people around. Hence he ran into the tree line. And he's right, there are more people around. But he's also got a Spirit sitting all the way back at the side shop. So the silence is the only way they can control him. But the Flame Guard does, like, gonna ensure he won't die anyway. So you drop the Tombstone and Spirit away. Tombstone's on cooldown, no stones to control, and currently easy game for Root.
Almost too easy. Just trying to figure out how YP can get back in this.
When Gypsy doing that would help. If he initiated onto the Templar Assassin, then that would have really helped. At least they got the BKB on the Gyro, so he can stand during the fights now. So the Clockwork isn't as much of a problem for him. But the Clockwork also finishes his 4-star. So there's no problem for him hookshotting into the Gyro if he's going to get the initials done. Cog position, then 4-star himself away. To make the Gyro burn his BKB just because of that.
Honestly, the way back into this game for YP is TA needs BKB. That's guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Ags Night Stalker with Gem to give away complete vision. And they have to somehow find a way to kill Slark or Super Spirit when it's nighttime, when they're just hunting around.
That's a lot of kill anybody. Like I don't think they're gonna kill off either Ember or Slark. You almost have to like rely on killing off the Lina and the Rubik to catch up, but this Lina also has a point booster on herself. So 7 armor and like 1053 life. It's not bad. And did Rubik just... Okay, yeah, it wasn't just him. And he ended up just stealing Tether. So he's going to tether himself into the Ember Spirit to try and save him. That Slider Fist does some serious damage.
But you just left your...
What? Oh, wow. Man, where is the teamwork? Where is the friendship? Man, gaming, no friends. Slark's coming in though. They dropped the Sentry Ward. They're predicting is coming in, and now he has to Shadow Dance. And he's able to do so. They didn't get the silence, so the pounce away. TA is going to try and keep up with Gypsy as he goes on the run, but Ember Spirit's coming back in again. The Slider Fist takes some damage to fly in, but Gypsy pounces away, not in time. And they're just coming in one by one. This is the ticket to success. Just actually having Root overcommit so heavily.
Go for Roche, just beam it.
Yep.
Go for the beam line.
TA's making a way for it. That is... That's 4. That's what that is right there.
Yes. That's like the Spirit Breaker last game.
Issues were just created for Root. Like how much they had a 12,000 advantage, which makes this worth even more. Now, Clockwork's gonna get a solo kill over on Sunken. You can Tombstone all you want. That's not gonna save you. Like... The Blade Mail was down, he had 4-star. The Tombstone doesn't control you when you got your 4-star. Okay, so they had a 12,000 advantage. Whereas Golden Experience, and they lost 2,000 because of that fight. Not to mention the downtime for the Slark and the Ember. Like, why team were meant to work for that?
Like, they have BKB on Gyro.
They might have been worried the Clockwork would hookshot in, that the Lina had too much farm, that, like, the rotation of the Earth was a little bit off. Like, there could be a lot of reasons.
I still think it might have been the best play there. Maybe they were worried about buybacks too. You have to worry about that, and then you're caught out. And you just kind of lose all 5 heroes, then they get Roche and Aegis, and then game. So I guess they're playing as safe as they can.
TA building into it, I'm assuming this will be a Daedalus, as there's no butterfly heroes or evasion that he's fighting.
I would agree. I agree so.
But at the same time, like, okay, he had enough money anyway, so it makes sense he picks up the Demon Edge. You could have picked up the Chrysalis a while back.
It just doesn't make sense to me to me at least, to not get a BKB. There's so many things to hold you in place. Pounce, hook, steering change. You have even Yules.
I think that they're building for win. That's what they're building for.
Building for the one-shot play, but kind of like when you build like that, you have to hope that your allies get initiated on like this.
Yeah, just like this moment. Sunken, 4-star forwards. You've still got Laguna Blade available here from the Lina, and she's waiting for the Night Stalker. Can't find the right time, so they're going to get rid of the Tombstone instead. But the support comes in from behind. It's the Templar Assassin. Took out Derp. Root just back out. No hook shot. Actually, I take it back. Hook shot is available. If he can land this, actually, it won't matter because there's no other support near. The Slark already managed to pick off the Wisp near the mid lane. But it's the Ember Spirit who's forcing out the top lane. Yeah, Night Stalker, monkeys, just turn. Turn and be a man.
Almost got his eggs.
The Lina?
Oh, the Night Stalker.
Wait, what?
He's got the gem already.
You're right. Gem was actually purchased up by the Wisp. It may find that unobstructed vision you're talking about. But at the same time, Root can just dodge all the fights.
Right.
Like that's still the underlying problem of this draft, where Root has so much confidence just to push themselves down one lane with one hero, or maybe a pair, and know they'll be able to escape just because there's no stunts to lock down.
I mean, think of it this way. You have to have Night Stalker get an Abyssal Blade just to have a stun. That's how desperate they are right now.
You can get one on the Gyro. I know it sounds off, but it actually happened a couple of times at TI. It was the only way to control the Ember Spirit. The Ember Spirit would just come in close and just like, oh, what do I do? And then you're like, well, I got Abyssal Blade. It was a 6 item. It was a 6 item, no doubt, but it was an option.
It probably has to be the option.
He's probably the only man to find, well, I'll say the only man to find a farm, but Night Stalker with the Hand of Mice has managed to find an Aghanim Scepter farm level, so that's not too bad. But we should also look at the fact that he probably won't survive the next fight. You have almost an Aghanim's Laguna Blade over on the Lina. Like, she's in 91 gold. She'll have that Aghanim Scepter.
Lose 900 gold.
That actually would be so brutal if you couldn't get him back in again, and then you force a play on with 4 players, but you're like you're 91 gold away from completing the only remaining item you really need on Alina, the Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Because then you're just gonna pop the you're gonna pop the Night Stalker, Undying, or Wisp at the start of the fight.
It would really, like, if Wisp had a mech right now, I think YP would be in a good position. But I mean, I can't even say they're in a good position because all Root has to do is just do what they're doing now. Just push the whole entire game. And wait for, like, Aegis, like 2 or 3 of those, get maybe a cheese, and then you just go high ground with Ember and Slark. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have to, like, throw their bodies like they did 3 minutes ago at IP.
It really is just such a dominating advantage that Root have that.
We jinxed it earlier. Think about this.
We
Cody.
did.
We jinxed it earlier.
Which means we should just jinx it again. We'll have an epic comeback, and everyone will be like, "Wow! Never seen a game like that in the history of Dota! Wow!
Yeah. Do it.
They're brilliant."
Wrong 2 times in a day, though. I feel bad.
I'll just quit as being a caster. I'll seem to make a lot of people happy doing so.
Yep.
Oh, man. Alright, so lead us back in. Get ourselves
She's been in for a while now, though.
Whoa, wait, what? What did I just do to my computer?
Well,
okay, it's...
casting.
Oh, it seems when you hit the console button, which is in a completely random position, which is never my console button. Why is that my console button? It
Black screen?
It removes the HUD.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! Another one to add to the list.
You're just the bug fixer.
I'm the bug discoverer, is what I am. What do they call those people who actually study bugs?
I do not know that question. I
Eh.
guess it's Google time. We got time.
Okay. Google, be your friend. Find out. What is it called? There's someone who studies bugs. Apart from a beta tester.
Alright, I'm actually really bad at saying these words.
Oh.
Entomatologist. Entomologist.
Well, sorry, it should be entomology.
Entomologist.
Entomologist. Okay.
That sounds better.
Yeah. That sounds
perfect.
right. That sounds right. Entomology. There you go. See, we learn something every day. Google is our friend. Now can you name the 3 ships that discovered Australia?
The Nina, the Penta, and the Santa Maria.
Well done! How did you know that?
Huh?
How did you know that? How did you actually know that?
I don't know, man.
Did you Google? You can't Google that quickly. Do you actually Google?
Anything, dude.
You actually know that off the top of your head?
Just know stuff. I don't know much stuff, but I know stuff.
That's pretty good, man. I learned that in like a rhyme back when I was at school, like back in year. I was in 4B. Yes. My grade 4.
Or
Yeah.
say about the same.
That was
Long time.
yeah. Except the rhyme had an extra word in front of it. It had mighty Santa Maria. And for some reason, as a kid, I actually thought, like when we did a little written test, that it was actually called the Mighty Santa Maria, the name of the ship. I only got a half point for my answer. I'm like, no!
You mean America or Australia?
That was Australia, I think.
Isn't it the...
Well, was I getting it the wrong way around? LOL! Oh my god, my history is so bad.
I was just kind of trolling.
So it is Australian ships, right? I could, dude, don't mess me with like that. Like that's.
Cart is saying this, not me. I didn't do anything. I'm blaming Cart. I didn't say anything.
Oh, yeah, screw you. 3 ships discover Australia.
I sold him out now. He's mad at me. Sorry, doggy dog world. It's gotta sell out, people.
I'm really worried that what I learned as a kid was wrong, and I just don't remember it right. Because I remember the Endeavor, but okay, for some reason the chat's at this point of being Dota. Oh my god.
Chat's always nice to read.
Okay. This is
starting router.
This is not right. Wait. Oh wait. Okay, Google is not being my easy friend. You can't just look up what ship discovered what.
Discovery of Australia.
Yeah, but you're gonna get like Captain Cook and the Endeavor. That's gonna be the first things that you get.
Is the Dufkin?
Dufkin? There's actually a ship called the Dufkin.
Dufkin. It's Duyfaen. Or Duff. The Y is probably silent. What?
I just imagine there'll be some guy like a long time ago So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna call the ship the like something really awesome. And when this name is spoken through the history, like when people study history, they say this name, it'll be one of the greatest names ever. And then it gets completely bastardized into Doofkin.
I would do that.
So
It's
bad.
like people who name their children after, I don't know, famous people. Jon Snow. What? Why? Just why? Why do you do stuff? Although
you know what?
okay,
I'm actually feeling, man, that as time's gone on, especially me being here in Germany, like I've started using a lot more simple English. You don't really practice it more, but we're getting more and more people who speak, like, and are coming from like English primary speaking countries, and it's actually forcing me to use my English again. And you think it's like not even required when you do a cast. Well, actually, no, you'd think the opposite of that. But you don't really challenge yourself with really big words during a cast unless you just want to confuse the people who are watching. To prove that you have the intellect and education. Like, I'm here for the simple people. I am a simple person.
Like one word and maybe like 5 casts. That. I understand.
It's just one of those things where, like, as a kid, I was the worst kid at school. The worst kid. I never understood the point of it. I never really listened. I never really learnt much. So, like, I know the basics of stuff, but there's a lot of parts of my knowledge where I look back at it, and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I actually legitimately thought that was a thing. By the way.
Can't believe it's not butter.
Right.
Back into the game we go. You know, it's pretty funny because the Lena DC'd and then all of a sudden Undying started lagging. So weird.
The lag is out there.
Well, the lag is always
Kale! Kale!
It's just an Undying. Clearly has nothing. Yes. Nothing.
No. See, look, I've had these conversations with AUI 2000. And you have to remember, supports are important. You are important if you're a support player. You play a role. I don't know if you remember the game, like, there was a couple of games when AUI was playing Skywrath Mage. And he would get one hit by a Templar Assassin. It wasn't even one hit by a Templar Assassin. It was with the Ember Spirit. Like, big wave for the first Ember Spirit. And Ember Spirit would slide a fist and kill him off with just a slide of fist. No risk, and would one hit a Skywrath Mage. And I remember talking to AUI after that. And I'm like, man, what happened? And he just answered back, I was important. Like, that was all I got back was, I was important. From then on out, I was just like, okay, AUI, you are important.
That actually brings me back to one game where Koifa was playing Storm, and I forgot who was playing the Skywrath Mage, but the Skywrath Mage died at least 10 times to the Storm Spirit.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, they had this huge team fight. Storm Spirit did not have a Yules, not have a BKB, not have anything to disable the silence from Skywrath. He zips in, gets Skywrath silence, and they lose the team fight. They proceed to lose the game. All because Skywrath used his silence one time on the Storm.
It was important.
No, but back to the original thing, Soul Rip is extremely useful. It can just turn a team fight around so easily.
Especially since it got buffed. That's... Was it a game in the TI where we saw players actually prioritizing Soul Rip over... Like, you kind of always do it anyway. You just get the 1 point decay, and then you go Tombstone and Soul Rip. But I saw Soul Rip being prioritized over Tombstone, which is fairly rare.
Is that what Boba talking about?
I don't know if it was...
It was a game recently, I think it was yesterday or the day before, Boba went like 1 in decay and 2 in Soul Rip. was really, really weird. And no tombstone until 4 and 5.
Okay. Well, what did he do after that point? Did he, or do you remember? Like, if he went more Soul Rip or more Tombstone?
I think he got 3 and 2. I think he just proceeded to max Tombstone.
Okay.
And kind of lost the game, but I don't know his reasoning behind it, but he was against a Silencer. So he kept getting his mana drained, and felt like I'm not going to have enough for Tombstone, so I'll just try and use my Soul Rip, but they're almost the same cost in mana, so it's kind of confusing to me.
Okay, why is Can't Linking Me actually Europeans' exploration of Australia? Do you actually know that the first people to discover Australia was not
Prisoners?
it was not the English?
Was it prisoners?
No, I believe it was. Actually, I can't remember if it was the French or the Spanish. But they landed on the west. They landed in Western Australia, and they looked at this place and they said, "Holy crap! This is so barren. This land isn't livable," and left. And it was later that James Cook then sailed down the east coast and actually found, like, they actually got around the Great Barrier Reef, but came in the east coast and they said, "Oh yeah, this place is really nice. we colonize this place."
Let's do it. I'm going. Let's go to Australia. We need to help out the Dota scene.
No, we don't. We need to help out the internet scene.
Internet.
That's getting better down there, but still. For all those people out there that might be tuning in from down in Australia, it should be about their time that they've, like, woken up on a Sunday and be watching some games of Dota, because, like, the Dota 2 network will be struggling for them, because it always seems to.
Sounds so depressing.
Oh man, it's so depressing. Like, if you want to be a nerd down in Australia, like, even get to a LAN event, you've got to drive for like an hour, maybe 2. And that's only if you live near a capital city. It's definitely not the, like, you look at a place like Malaysia, that's different. Okay, Smoke's gonna break, Cog defense. And Roshan has been settled by the Slark. They'll have to turn around and try and fight this one. That Night Stalker is just legged it in. And with the Aghanim Scepter up and running, there's no reason for Root Gaming to risk this. As we've started again, by the way. I've just gone directly into play-by-play after finishing how depressingly the Australian scene is. Ember, be careful. That is a Daedalus on a Templar Assassin, who is very willing to kill you. And this Undying Tombstone. They found the Slark. They actually caught him out. Two with the Shadow Dance down now, Rubik. The TP out won't be successful. That's the way Templar Assassin wins. Jump in, take a fight, move over to Roshan, kill him off.
Oh, that was...
Wait for this.
800.
Wait for this. The Spirit Jump and hook shot's gonna be real. The rocket gets in the vision. Where's your hook shot? Where's...
What?
Oh, there we go. Hook shot here on the Night Stalker. There's 2 in close. They kill off the Night Stalker and then force stuff away. The Gem of Truth sights on the ground. And now they isolate the Templar Assassin. She's the one with the Agassi model. So they don't really want to be fighting her unless they know they can get the kill. That Laguna Blade they want to pop onto the Gyrocopter, who's now trying to get away with the Gem. Might be a little bit difficult. He's going to BKB to protect the Gem. Clockwork gets to force staff himself down. He's going to steal the double damage rune. Hookshot's on cooldown for too long. They won't be able to catch up to the Gyrocopter unless Ember Spirit can pull off the perfect Flutter Fist Searing Chain, which he starts with, walks out of range of the cooldown. Hookshot still another 15 seconds. TA moving forward to the front lines, and Ember starts to fist dodges, and then Spirit's up. He's getting away. The Courier, I think they missed marking. They're bringing the Courier over to try and fight. Laguna Blade will kill the Gyro. The Gem's still not back to safety. Mule Scepter up to a Lion Striker raid. They keep the Templar Assassin back, as well as the Cogs. The blink forward. Lena, no way to go apart from down. The Slark has returned to the fight, but they relocate in front. They're chasing up the Clockwork. It's going to cog block him out, while the Undying dying to the Slark. The Undying Tombstone is going to make this a little bit more difficult, but the Slark will bring it down nice and quick. And he's walking back into the fight. Silence up. Templar Assassin still got some damage behind her. Did they get that gem back? Yeah, they did. as Clockwork, full shots available. The rocket will give vision, the whip pretty low, and he hook shots in. The battery assault, no way to get away in time. He tethered the creep, but it wasn't enough. Now the Slark comes in from the rear. He's still looking for the leash. He'll pounce forward, starts over on the Night Stalker. They need more, and the Searing Chains will provide more. The Night Stalker will end up dropping 4 on the sidelines. How far can Root push? I don't think they can Root anymore. They are going to stop right here. 25 to 16. The tier 2 tower will drop, and they can do some chip into the tier 3 as well.
And that fight lasted forever. And they even had Aegis. TA still has that. Maybe they can use that. Gyro is now coming up. They can hold this high ground. Still have buyback ones. 3 lives to work with here. Oh, no, Aegis gone.
Monkeys, really low. Templar Assassin! Popped him instantly. The gem is lost. The Clockwork is only barely out of TP out in time. The Rubik as well. They all get out to safety apart from the Ember Spirit, who basically got one shot by the TA after the cooldown already softened him up.
Yeah, that... Somebody needs some armor on the side of Root. They need some ACs. They need Vlads to help out with that, and they also need a Shivas. But none of their heroes can really do that. I mean, Slark can maybe go for it, the AC, but you don't really want to do that. You kind of want to get a Butterfly, help out with the evasion. You want to get a Thistle Blade to help lock down TA or the Gyro. So it's really not ideal, but they are lacking a lot of armor items.
What do you think about the Ember Spirit? He's gone in for this Lincoln Sphere build. I'm assuming it's to try and stop the Night Stalker control, considering the Night Stalker is the only one with the control.
I mean, he basically is immortal until they get... I guess you have to have Home Missile, cancel Lincolns, and then you silence him.
Yep.
That's the only way right now to...
Unless you use the Void, then go into the Crippling Fear.
Oh yeah, that's
the other way, but you don't really want to be wasting your Void as a Night Stalker.
Normally if you have that, then the cast animation time, you'll be able to just Remnant away.
Yeah. And Slark could also give it over. I mean, he could also give it over to the Slark if someone's in trouble. But Slark's sitting at 3.7k himself. So there's a big item coming the way of Slark pretty soon.
And also, apparently, the missile doesn't even break. So
yeah,
until it actually hits.
The stun goes straight through, doesn't it?
Yeah, you have to wait until it hits. So that is.
Oh, you actually thought when he actually channeled the missile at the start, then it doesn't work.
Yeah, for some reason. I was thinking, like, I don't know.
I know the stun still connects, so the Lincoln Sphere won't block the stun.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense it would also trigger the Lincoln Sphere as well, even though the Lincolns cannot block the damage.
It blocks the stun.
It does? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Take your word for it. My mechanics isn't my strong suit. I remember at one point seeing it, so maybe it got changed somewhere down the line. I like Rubik's way of surviving. Pick up a Ghost Scepter.
Shout out to Cart. Cart's helping.
Oh, he's throwing you the information, is he? Okay. Alright, so we got 4 minutes till Roshan. Let's count in our heads because we can't count it on the clock. So we're looking at our 42:30, and Roshan's going to come up. And this TA still got so much net worth, almost the same as the Slark. Has a full BKB now, which is going to be very useful during the fights. The only issue will be having that BKB baited by this now Aghanim Scepted Clockwork. Because he's going to hook shot in and force stuff out. Try and force TA to fight early on. Because he'll pop the Blade Mail, which means then the TA, if she is going to attack into the Clockwork, must trigger the BKB.
Kind of saw last game how TA kind of fell off in the later stages of the game just because she is that glass cannon hero where she relies on all offense and no defense.
Oh,
relocate. Hard to just say, oh, relocate.
They're chasing up after the Lena. That's a blink forward. The Eul Scepter is going to actually take the Templar Assassin out. Meanwhile, a little bit further down, the Rubik's caught out by the Night Stalker, and he just goes after TPs. That's not going to work. And they leave the Templar Assassin behind. So Rubik will now die. Very painful death.
Playing though.
Yep. This is when the split push comes in, and that Ember throws himself away into the tree line. Not exactly where he wants to go, but he also knows he can kill here, and goes after the Night Stalker. One more attack. The Wisp actually keeps him alive with 1 charges. Do the heal through the tether, while Slark is now attacking the range racks in the mid. Poking and prodding everywhere they can go. Root and Clockwork going so deep. The mist. Oh no! He's actually kept out. He's gonna get silenced. Can't DP out this one. Force up still on cooldown for one more second. Now he'll have time, but no! The last hit of the cooldown will find the pickup. Oh, that's problematic. Just one by one coming in. Monkeys, where's that spirit jump? He goes down, trying to bait them away. The rocket will start the chase, so he cannot BT himself away. Another spirit across the road, and then far away, or as far away as he can possibly go. But TA right behind him, one attack and two. Needs the third to do the job. Blink dagger in 6 seconds, but TA, she's got the movement speed, and there's your last attack. There goes your Ember Spirit down for the count.
No stun, dude. Oh my goodness. He should have probably just TP, like Remnant down and just TP out.
He was really worried about the homing missile, because he hit a point where the homing missile was going to hit him first.
Yeah, but he still had the Lincolns. Maybe he was thinking Night Stalker could catch up to him or something.
Oh yeah, true. Lincoln, I had to remember the Lincolns.
Radiant structures.
It was very unfortunate. Like, I'm really surprised. We said it's really hard for them to come back and win it, but they're doing it, Toby.
They're not fully doing it. Like, I'm still looking at the experience and Goldcraft sitting where they are. I'm still looking at all the tier 2 towers being up for root. I'm still seeing that mid ranks being exposed for YP. And now we actually have BTs on the Templar Assassin. She is at that point anyway. Like, the phase boosts will be given up pretty shortly. It actually looks like we're getting the full butterfly done. Yep, full butterfly done for Gyrocopter. We're gonna need a Monkey King Bar now on this Lark. So sell the bottle, or no, sell the Ring of Aquila. What's he actually getting? Oh, he's not. He's gonna go for butterfly himself. Because it might be harder for the Gyrocopter to pick up a Monkey King Bar. And the Templar Assassin has no slot for it until she sells her face boots.
He thought about it, and then he looked at the items, and then he's like, okay, well, no. Did he?
Maybe needs a Monkey King Bar of itself. I don't know. The courier may have just been mismicroed. They moved back to the shop. And yep, it's gonna be the full butterfly.
Thought he had to change of heart.
Ember. Spirit up, straight to the trees.
Ember got a Ghost Scepter.
Wait, what? Did he?
Yeah.
I suppose, like, what else are you going to put in your item slots? That's one way to fight up against the TA. Or waste the TA.
Bed. Time for your Sleight of Fist to come off cooldown and your change.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Man, that TA's up a long way. Gonna blink herself down, but it's the Slark who's just legging it so quickly. Whilst that Templar Assassin wants to get away so he can Shadow Blade again. The TA trap, however, did see him, and he'll instantly go into the ult. He goes for the leash, but the refraction again, allowing the Blink Dagger to stay off cooldown, but the Hawk Shot's going to do its work from the Clockwork. They pounce in. There goes your BKB. They've got to stop lining up like that. The side blades are killing them both. Now the Lina comes in. Laguna Blade. They bring down the Templar Assassin. 95 seconds on the sideline, and the Undying Tombstone being used. He's actually going to go up in the air. The top lane's being attacked by the Ember Spirit while all this is going on. So all Root want to do is back out as Clockwork will pause the game. It's up on top where the Night Stalker is trying to solo defend against the Ember Spirit. Okay, yeah, that's a problem if Lina can't go anywhere. How many TPs have we got? Like, we've got Relocate.
He relocated in the same spot, Toby?
No. No, he can't. He didn't. No, he would.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
No.
that's why I said it.
No.
I shouted it.
No. No. Okay, Gypsy's gonna get this kill. Hook shot after it. How much damage can the Ember do? He's gonna take the tier 3 tower. You got a TP coming back right now from the Gyro, which will stop this. In fact, now Root will go in for Roshan. Only the second Roshan, so Aegis the Immortal only, no cheats. Night Stalker also picking up BTs now. They really want to try and play the positional game. There's a double damage rune on bottom. Alright, they're going to just give that to the Lina. She's got Fiery Soul stacks, it's fine. And now 3.2k gold also on the Lina. Could be looking at Scythe the Viasaur. Maybe she could eventually pick up the Assault Cuirass. Or Shiva's, whatever.
I like Shiva's.
Give her the mana pool she's looking for.
Also gives you really good vision against Night Stalker. Speaking of Night Stalker.
They're after monkeys again. And they're chasing. They're running after him. Does monkeys have a defensive spirit? I'm going to assume so. Because he wouldn't be out this far if he didn't. Unless he's coming in to throw one in the tree line. Yeah, and now start from their back up. Bottom lane's being pressured very hard with that tier 3
They just
tower.
got mid-rex too.
Like what?
For the range.
Okay. They managed to take melee without flag from YP.
No. He just went in like. See.
Demon Edge coming in for Elvin. So the Monkey King bar is getting closer. But not quite there yet. That really is a glass cannon TA. Once you finish this Monkey King bar, you're still only looking at like 2k life with 15 armor. That's not a lot to write home about. But the instant kill should be able to get is definitely going to be good. Looks like Ember Spirit's building into his next big item too, which should be the Monkey King bar as well.
Yeah, everybody's going MKBs this game. Just a lot of butterflies on the map. Did MKB to counter it. We need to hookshot missed here.
He was looking down towards the Undying and Night Stalker. There's no Observer Ward for them there, so they're just using the Creep Wave vision. He did pick up also a gem over on this Rubik, so I'm interested to see if he finds the Observer Ward in the dire jungle. You should definitely find the one that's sitting in mid lane. Like, that's not a problem. And the Slark, if he's not running around inside the Shadow Blade, can help him discover these wards.
Middle barracks are under attack.
We get 1k crits from the TA.
Well, at least the Undying has a Glimmer Cape now. He's going to be working for that Solar Crest, but by the time he has that, be out there. Monkeys,
He's got a Spirit, but it's not that far away. But the rest of his team is rotating over. And the hookshot comes in, they isolate the Templar Assassin. Psionic Shroud to be stolen, and where's that Rubik relocating? So the Wisp relocating, he attempted, and Deptha keeps himself alive with the Ghost Scepter, but Wisp has isolated himself so far out, he got stunned up during the relocate, hence not saving anyone. But the Rubik still will end up dying, but not before he loses his own teammate now. This is Wisp and Rubik are both on the sidelines. The Undying's trying to do as much work as possible. He triggers the Lincoln Spear with Soul Rip on the Ember Spirit, and Slark needs to get away. The Aegis Immortal is there, it won't be reclaimed for a while, but yep, it's gonna pop anyway. He'll respawn back up again. Only Wisp down for the count. Too much really expended here by YP. And this Observer was still watching everything. Where is this gem?
Alright. I'm not exactly sure how Wisp relocate cancel. Can Rubik Lift cancel it? Because I don't think Lina casts Yules. I know Yules cancels the relocate if you cast it on him. Lina didn't
use Yules. You only got like the lift.
The stun. Maybe the stun. I only saw the Rubik lift.
But the stun only happens like because the Rubik lifted the Wisp, correct? Which means the AoE stun doesn't affect the Wisp. The stun only affects the heroes around it when the hero lands. Ember Spirit initiated on, relocate's coming in, Ember Spirit, Ghost Scepter, buying in some time as well, Sleight of Fist, spirits himself away, needs to move quicker than this, and that's why the secondary Spirit will be there. The Undying Minion is still chasing him to the ends of the earth. He's got no more spirits to give, and down for the count, a 95-second window has just been opened. And that's why Slark wants to push in through the mid, and Night Stalker has to come back to defend.
Oh my goodness. Are they gonna barrel down mid? Hey, that goes their split pushing.
I don't know if they can. That creep wave, they can just be given a bit of a push on bot lane. And they have to be careful about the bottom. Annoying. They're just going to use this kill to regain control of their lanes. And if they can find another kill and keep the advantage going their way, they'll go for that too.
Look at the amount of Ghost Scepters in. There's 5 right now?
We have 4 for Root, and 1 on the Night Stalker.
Heavy physical. Everybody's trying to counter out the TA and the Jarrett right now. This is just getting to the point where YP's team fight kind of superior. to the extent of like positioning. Like
Yep.
you could say, all right, so if we get a good hook shot into Laguna Blade, we can blow up anyone, like the TA. But at the same time, if they have buybacks to come back in, it's really hard for us to team fight because we're inside their base and they can just run us down with the Night Stalker, the TA, and then we're caught off guard. That's what's been happening.
Yep.
So what they have to do is tried the last time with the Aegis. It just came out. Going for.
I can try and wait again for the next Aegis. They at least managed to control their lanes better than I thought they would while the Ember Spirit was down. And also surprised too that the Ember Spirit's walking out to the lane. He could BT and push this pretty damn quickly. Having it on cooldown's never a great thing, but that's what spirits are for.
Pyro picked up his MKB. Most of the problems are solved, and I guess it's kind of on route. Still need to have Slark to pick up his MKB.
Gold remains.
Going. Does he have any more money? I feel like he should have more money.
Slark?
Yeah.
He's got nothing on the courier. There's nothing on the ground at base. He might have actually bought the gem for his team. Like, we have the gem back because there was a gem over on the Radiant side. Unless...
Oh, he bought a BKB. 10-second BKB.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. There's the money. Where are they coming? Alright, so if your route here is the plan push through top and then have that side attack like into mid to take out the racks, is that the better goal here?
I mean, that's what they should do. They should have put four
nice hook.
Bottom.
Where's the support though? It's not coming and you've still got Wisp there to save him. And Clockwork kind of needs to force staff himself away, but he wanted to hold him there. So the top tier 3 tower's gone down. The Templar Assassin is still stuck here. We get another Ghost Scepter to protect the Lina. Remember, she's still got that Yule Scepter available too. Gonna use it. This TA needs to come back. Like, okay, yeah, monkeys. Side of Fist, the pounce up from Gypsy. He's gonna try and kill off this Night Stalker. The Ember is down for the count. No buyback again. The Templar Assassin has returned and really hurts the Slark. The middle lane is having its melee ranks chipped away, but it won't be quick enough to get the kill, which means the regeneration will do its work. And Root's in a really bad position. Like, they can buy back on the Slark, but where's the push coming from YP? It's not a 5-man push down mid. Like, they need to put pressure onto Root's base in the next 70 seconds. And they've still got tier 2s and tier 3 towers to take out.
TA will get the tier top for sure. She has boots of travel. She can go mid lane. They should just all go mid. And they could force at least 2 tier 2s. And I'm potentially 1 Rex. I think they can... I don't know why they're not pushing mid. This is kind of infuriating to watch. I guess they're just going to go for the safer play. Just
take out the tier 2 towers first and then set up for the next fight. They might feel confident enough that they can take fight after fight. Like, what are we looking for buybacks anyway? Everyone's got it apart from Wisp and Undying, and it's not too much money for them to gain before they have theirs too.
Octarine Core going to be picked up here by the Night Stalker. It's almost going to be permanent night. We have
Moonshard. We have a fresh Moonshard coming in for the Templar Assassin to consume. It's being picked up on the courier right now. As Roshan's going to drop. This is Aegis and Cheese, but Root have no way to stop this. Their only way to defend right now is a perfect defense from high ground. That's kind of it. You know, the good block initiation. So if like Clockwork gets a hook shot into here and they just split like 3 heroes back because they get pushed out by the cogs. That's the dream for Root. And we get a Cheese on a Wisp, so he's able to burst heal anyone he wants to.
Maybe Monkeys needs a Rapier at this point. He has an MKB, so he'll be able to hit them now.
He'll have to drop his Ghost Scepter if he wants that, though.
He can do it. As long as he has the Lincoln Sphere, he can play as aggressive as he wants.
Would it almost be worthwhile going into something more like an E-Blade? Like, it's a 7-second BKB over on the Templar Assassin, but maybe...
I'm not opposed to it because it can help out your allies in the team fight if somebody gets caught out, and then you can just use it on them.
It's either that or he's just like, you know what, screw it. You just keep split pushing till our heart's content, and we'll wait for like YP to make the mistake. Okay, well now he's made the mistake. He needs to jump back to that spirit. Got one inside the dark jungle, but okay, the Night Stalker didn't force it. And there's an observer ward looking for him. Monkey's he's going for the range racks and then jumps away. Down to 168, but he forces the retreat out from YP. And that's where he gains the advantage.
Here we go. De-warding. It's going to be scouted out. Let's see. Octarine Core reduces it to 60 seconds. Darkness. And then duration is 50 seconds. So, yep. Only 10 seconds of downtime. Basically, we're in eternal night here.
I like the nighttime. I like to boogie. Well, they have to come back. They're too far away. They actually have to come back. Monkeys can just chip away at this tower once he realizes they got away. Whoa! No! No! Mistakes were made! He actually came back to the Spirit, which is right on top of the Templar Assassin. You have to have Gypsy come in here. He'll take out the Wisp. Should take out the Wisp. Can't take out the Wisp. He can't see the Wisp. The cheese to be used, but he wasn't tethered to the Templar Assassin. They need more damage, and they've got it! TA is down for 100 seconds. Buyback is available, and the Wisp attempted to relocate. He's coming back in a couple of seconds. What's he trying to do? He's actually trying to invis himself, so then he can retreat back out. So there's movement up. They can't see him. They have to know he's there. They have to know he's there.
That's a huge play. What a player.
Wait, did they not realize?
I'm gonna give him credit.
Did they not realize?
He disassembled the Glimmer Cape.
They didn't realize. He's gonna TP out. He's actually away. At the same time, the Clockwork survived. They actually fell for it. They actually legitimately fell for it.
I mean, you can't stay there for a Wisp, though. You
can't, but you could Light Strike a Ray, you could Searing Chain, you could Flame Guard. It wouldn't take long to burn through a Wisp if he is there. And now, okay, they're going to push him. 2 hits, there goes your top range racks, and they're pushing in deeper. TA still refusing to fire back, letting the call down do the work, but you've got a Slark who's just shifting the essence away from YP. He's going to take 19 points, but now they bounce back out again. Monkeys a little bit too deep. The Ghost protect him, but really they're losing too many teammates here. The Gyro might still be up. The Night Stalker's back to front lines too, but Lina, Lacuna, Blade, and Slave gets the pick. With no Templar Assassin, it's a very shaky fight coming out for YP. And again, okay, I don't understand why creeps keep doing this too. Ever since we've switched over to Reborn, the aggro of creeps, the way they take it is so weird.
I heard complaints about that too.
I was actually playing Jakira the other day through Liquid Fire and the creep, and they followed me to the end of the earth. They completely lost vision, but they kept following me because the Liquid Fire kept taking in damage. Slark taking out the top racks. For the moment, have a little bit of support from Monkeys on that Wisp. So low on life. Ember Spirit's going to go Scepter himself just in case TA does blink forward. And the Gyro's finished a full Satanic. He's got the Aegis Immortal for now. This is now a 6-slotted Gyro. There is no more to be gained, but there is something to be lost. It's the top melee racks. Root want to try and end this right now if they can. You're able to pick up mid and top racks with a lineup which is already so heavily into split pushing. They could do their work. Side of Fist Searing Chain actually catching the Gyro pretty low. But they're beating into the tier 3 tower. No fortification. Laguna Blade pops the Gyro. And that means goodbye to your Aegis the Immortal and your Immortality pouncing forward after the Undying Slark. Still got his ultimate available. Gonna run himself away. The call down too far away. Side of Fist Searing Chain again controlling up this Gyrocopter as they relocate forward. Wisp coming with a solo flight right there. The TA wants to come in too. The Cogs push him up. He can't go after Rubik, but Monkeys has to Spirit Jump himself away. Needs more speed to escape. He's got Spirits to jump, and the TP's coming in. No stuns to stop it. So YP will go back to clean up the mess that was created by Root inside their home.
Money to burn.
Yeah, they realize Night Stalker is their only lockdown or only control in team fights. He was dead there for 50 seconds. Can't do anything. They just lost so much because they have no control. And it's just really hard to play against. It's infuriating when you can't grab a hold of any of these heroes. Well, looking at Slark, he just traded out his Shadow Blade for MKB. I think that's a really good choice. I could see also the Sanjin Yasha trading that out, and then you could still get a Silver Edge, because you can disable Knight, and you can also disable Side Blades. Too bad getting a Silver Edge. Oh!
I can click that now because it's not meant to transmit to anybody else. They're allowed to click that stuff now.
Nice.
I believe. We're gonna find out if people are like, man, can you not click that, please? I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. I thought Reborn things. But the Divine Rapier is now up on a Gyrocopter with a full Satanic. Yes, just bought casual boots as our Ember Spirit is on the run. Night Stalker and Templar Assassin on the chase. They'll trigger the Lincoln Sphere.
Silence.
And they just keep going. Monkey's too quick. The Gypsy found the opening. Oh! Okay. Pause from Wisp. At the same time, Slark. He just got stunned by the Monkey King bar. The Night Stalker crippling feared him. Unless that's the is that actually the Monkey King bar stun animation? Because it looks like that. It's a little swell. Like he's getting swellied right now.
Maybe that's just right before he casts Dark Pact.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
It looks very similar to the Monkey King bar stun. Either way, they can perfectly see him, but he has Shadow Dance, which it also looks like he's just started.
He got first hit MKB.
Yeah, okay. So, jump in, BKB to start, and then just backs up. A little bit more defensive because of the pause, and especially that TA's damage. There's no reason to risk your life. They're in the winning position right now. They have 2 Raptors in their favor. The Root Gaming not to screw this up.
Nice win right there. Ember Spirit 42, TA 41, Slark 61, and Gyro 45.
So, judging by those win rates, we're looking at a 190% chance that someone wins this game.
Are you sure? I'm rooting for Root. Who are you rooting for? Alright, we're done with this. Alright, maybe it's getting too late.
Awkward.
Awkward. No, I haven't done that joke ever, but I wanted to do it one time. You know, just say I did it. Just say I did it. I'm one of those people.
Then I kind of already did a little bit during the game, and it's not even intentional. Like, it's just happening. It's like a bad smell on socks. Like, it just appears. You just don't know why. Monkeys, real trouble. They trigger the Lincoln Spear. He's going to slide a fist dodge out, and Spirit Jump. Not that far back, though. The Ghost Set will buy him a little bit more time, but because that Octarine Core, they've already got the Crippling Fear and the Void off cooldown. Now Lina coming in to protect, but it's on bottom lane where the Chaos is being created. Templar Assassin actually nuked him down. The buyback is there from the Ember. But it's Root who are pushing in the bottom lane. They're going to get rid of that rocket. They should get rid of that rocket. Okay, relocate is coming in. The Cogs, they try and isolate them. The pick up, but really, is even the Night Stalker going to work with the Gyrocopter's Flag Cannon? They're ripping apart the clockwork, but not enough. It'll TP out under the cover of Ghost Scepter. So the Ember might be down, but the Slark can still cause chaos. And, of course, the Rack's advantage is the way of Root still, as we go 61 minutes in. The Abyssal Blade has arrived. Gives up the 5-second BKB for Abyssal Blade. Do you want more of a glass cannon? I don't think it's actually possible on this hero.
I don't know if that's the right choice to...
Like, what else would you replace? The Desolator?
I think it has to be Deso.
But the Desolator would be replaced for a Divine Rapier, so...
Crit still gives you more than Rapier, DPS, and you need MKB no matter what. You need Blink Dagger, and you need Abyssal. So those are the 3 things you can't sell, as well as the boots.
Man, what is this game?
Need Necro 3s now.
The Night Stalker's on the run. Gypsy's right behind him. So the Night Stalker can see him, obviously. They're going to relocate in. He's trying to have a crack at the Slark. Bring in the Gyrocopter, who starts with the instant rocket. Gypsy is running himself away to safety. And the B team continues. How long until Roshan is up? Big man is alive. Aegis and cheese on the table once again.
This is the 4th time?
It's, I think it's the... We have a cheese? No, we didn't have a cheese before.
Bottom lane, they're setting up the first Abyssal.
They're going in for the Ember. They got him. 99! Maxwell Smart, and 2 the amount of time that Ember Spirit will be on the side. Obviously, I'm talking about 99, not Maxwell Smart himself. Just in case anyone out there is just like, well, obviously Maxwell Smart was not Agent 99.
First sold his BKB right before that, so he didn't have the Lincolns to really help him at all.
Damage! Roshan just evaporates. They actually end up giving the Aegis Immortal into the Jaro. They might be a little bit scared about that one Rapier, because he doesn't have the BKB for protection anymore.
I mean, is this where you just go down mid?
Yes.
It has to be.
Yes.
I said this.
Yes,
20
it
minutes
is.
ago.
It is.
It's
like,
never time to go. Let's make it a Cloud9 game. We'll just sit back and farm for 3 hours.
Everyone's carrying TPs. They're fine this game.
I like that reference too.
But
Got him.
lest we forget. So TA, what do you do now? Like, you've got enough money for buyback. Consumed a moonshot already. You can't consume another. And that's actually probably where we look at. Well, again, we actually can't even look at the Ember Spirit getting this, because he's not 6 slotted. He's not going to give up the Battle Fury. Like, that's Ember Spirit's bread and butter. He's going to hold on to that. But this Ghost Scepter needs to change into something. And it looks like we're going to get a level 2 Boots of Travel recipe. The only change for now. He still needs to hold on to the buyback money, and his surplus is 2.6k. Which isn't enough to complete up the E-Blade and still have enough money, and still have everything else. So we get second level BTs as well on the TA.
I mean, the only thing left for me to get on Ember is your Ghost Scepter or the Divine. That's the only thing. You just play all out full aggression.
It really does look like the only choice, because right now, like, YP has got too much damage that the Ember Spirit won't survive anyway. So you've kind of got to fight offense with offense to make this work.
Yeah, you just have to hope that you get the big crits and you take the team fight and that they're just grouped up enough. You can one-shot for sure the IO. Only has 1200 HP. And if you get him out of the team fight, that's a cheese gone. That's Glimmer Cape and a relocate gone, which we could talk about his relocates, and they've been subpar for me this game, but still, he can come in the clutch. And
what about the Slark? Like, I don't know if you mentioned him before, but he's still got this SMY on him with 6.2k gold. Like, is this Abyss? Like, is it Abyssal game for Slark? Do they also need control on their side?
Oh yeah, it would have been nice to see an Abyssal. Kind of, it's a weird position to be a Slark in this game as well, because you just have a gem. We're gonna get action bottom.
Yeah, they're relocating him. They're trying to push that gyrocopter further. The Clockwork still has cogs available, so we can keep him out. They came out such a long way. The Wisp will trigger off the cheese. Slark almost able to 3-hit him down, but now the Slark came out too far. They forced up and forwards the side of fist, but the Ember Spirit's too close too. As the Spirit jump himself away, the hookshot as well. They just keep trying to bail. They've come in too deep. They instantly regret decisions. And the BTs will be in time, but they've got to go the split push now. It looks like YP are coming to the bottom lane. The Lina is pushing in the mid. She's got a Refresher Orb Aghanims for this Lina. And that means double Scythe. That double Laguna Blade. And it looks like the Night Stalker and Wisp do come back. There's 30 seconds before they can bring him back again, though.
Oh, he got the Hex first.
Wait, did they actually catch him? They catch out the Lina? Oh, this could be big. This could be really big. Like, he's actually chasing after the kill. Remember, she's still got Laguna Blade. Has to survive the silence a little bit longer and get the vision. Light Strike Array and just pop him. Pop him. Freaking pop it. You've got Refresh it. Just go for it. Just do it. Let's get him. There you go. Double kill for the leader. The problem might be back at home, however. The hook shot well off target. Sonic Fist Searing Chain can't find anything, but the Night Stalker and the Wisp already down. And Ember Spirit on the chase. They run through the middle of the tombstone, but they're pretty much close enough. Yep, Sunken. Caught out of position. He's going to go down as well. The Gyro might be here, and they relocate in the Templar Assassin. It's the Slark who's still fighting under the cover of the Shadow Dance. Now they get the Abyssal Blade locked, and the Slark is down. Full 2 minutes on the sidelines. The clock works. Cold books back down again as she pushes them away from the Light Strike Array. That Laguna Blade off cooldown 15 seconds time. They need more damage on the Gyro, and they've got it. They bring him down for the count. You've still got that mid lane pushing him pretty heavily as forced up. They get away to safety. Hookshot in. They isolate the Templar Assassin. This could be huge. The TA gonna hide an Invis, but it's not enough. He's down for a minute. Buyback might be forced. Monkeys is on the chase. He wants this Gyrocopter kill. That's Divine Rapier. They're able to actually hold him in, and he TP's out. There's no more stuns nearby. And actually, sorry, that wasn't a TP out. That was a TA TPing in. He's chasing up the Ember Spirit. You've got actually Gyrocopter attacking into the Undying, but can Monkeys escape? He's going to be able to survive through this. A Spirit up, now the TP's coming on top of Monkeys as he runs away. Vestalina blinking forward, starts with 1 Hex. No Refresher Orb available. Does have that Laguna Blade up though. And they're keeping this TA, as well as Gyrocopter distracted. The top lane is still pushing in towards the tier 4s, but who cares if you lose those, if you can take the fight. The Lina is just playing silly buckets with the Gyrocopter over in the tree line. He goes for the cooldown, they relocate back in again, this time with the Undying. The Wisp won't survive this. They get the Tombstone down, but Monkeys removes it just as it was planted. He'll jump himself away. Still, they have to keep these cores alive. The Lina will buy back into the game. The tier 4 towers, it's a big wave in there. They're feeling the pressure, and YT will be forced to come home as Root try to hold them on the bottom lane as long as they possibly could. 5 buybacks coming out in the fight.
Exactly.
Woo!
Good. Gyro almost killed everyone there at the end too. Like that could have been a disaster. Root. Towards the end, cannon was just going off. And Lina not having a refresher during that situation kind of hurt them. Trevor also had no mana, so just couldn't do anything in the fight.
I love how you say it actually hurt them when this refresher roll was what enabled Root to go for that fight. But you're right, he did need it for Root to really take that fight properly after the buyback relocate in.
Well, now it's going to be all on positioning. If somebody gets picked off now without having a buyback, the game is pretty much over. So Clockwork, Ember, and Gyrocopter can play pretty aggressive if they want. They could be maybe the baits. TA
Slog's waiting.
Be careful
They're beating him. They're going to go for the first Hex. No Refresher Orb available. They go for Laguna Blade, and they've got a 2-minute window has now been wide open.
That looks like game.
That could be.
I swear I jinx stuff. I just need to stop talking about it.
Until...
Bottom lane?
Yeah. Gyro's chasing this one down, but the Ember Spirit's there. They don't want to go any further, and the tier 4 towers doesn't even look like they're going for that. They're coming for the kills. They rotate around. That Undying Tombstone taken out by 3 hits to the slot. And the Cogs actually isolate the Night Stalker. Gypsy, he's focusing on Mega Groups. Like, just take out the bloody heroes. That's how you're going to win this game while the TA is down. The Night Stalker goes in, will protect him. Back into attacking into the ranks. The Megas are about to arrive. Clark BKB protection will allow him to do so. And they're trying to run away. But the damage from the Gyro, where is it? Gypsy, he needs to pounce. He's actually up. No, the Soul Rip from Undying is able to reach him. Rooted down a couple of players, but at the same time, look back and face that tier 4 tower's going to drop pretty damn quickly. Monkey's down for the count. He has buyback available. YP having to scramble the defense into base. Oh.
Alright, let's just take a breather.
Nope, no breather. Hook shot in. The Clockwork, what's he trying to do? He's got 4 staff to get back out of here. And he is going to do so.
Like, chase me, guys. Chase me. Your throne will die.
Alright. Defending against Megas, now 72 minutes into this game. If you weren't watching this game, you're a sad person. This has just been such entertainment.
There's just been so many great plays coming in. I can't even name them all. It's like, what set it up is Ja and his Sheepstick. And also, earlier, Night Stalker and his Sheepstick set up another kill. So they finally are finding ways to hopefully lock down people.
Okay.
And all right, the owner time.
This has to happen. Not to be on ya, but Clockwork needs to pick up the E-Blade and allow Ember Spirit to actually buy something instead of having this bloody Ghost Scepter on himself. Hook shot up. They hook shot up, but the Night Stalker was TPing in. They might be able to find the opening here, but then with the call down, his Clockwork's in trouble. They relocate. It's like, sorry, bro. It was nice knowing ya. You be dead.
Oh. You know what? Do that play without an Ember Spirit. If they had just waited a little bit longer, they could have secured the kill. And
need more money on the Templar Assassin. He's actually cracking 800 CS in a moment. The CS is not worth as much because they're up against Megas. That's actually kind of terrible, but It's all
Also,
about the
another
money,
good item,
the number.
What we were talking about earlier. To cancel, you can get maybe a Lotus Orb too to help out. Get away the silence, get away the sheep. That could be another good thing for Clockwork. If he could get E-Blade and that, everyone could be immortal.
Yeah. Hey, he spent money. He spent money. What's coming out? We have Moonshard recipe. We have 2 Moonshard recipes. One for Monkey and one for Gypsies. So, Monkeys is holding on to his Ghost Scepter for now, unless he's going to buy more at the shop. So, Moonshard's up, and Monkeys actually buys an Eagle Song. He's going to finish the E-Blade and actually consume the Moonshard.
Alright.
And that leaves one more Moonshard to come in for Gypsy when he's got the money for it. And they're going for Roshan as well. So we're about to have... Well, then again, Lena doesn't have a slot. Clark doesn't have a slot. Clockwork will drop the dust. And Rubik will take the rest of it, but... And he'll drop a TP scroll. But do you want to drop a TP scroll in this game? Drop your wand. Drop your wand.
Drop your wand.
hold your TP scroll. The BKB has actually been dropped here. So the Slark does actually want to hold on to the Aegis Immortal and gives up his BKB for it. It's only actually still a 6 BKB. And they put the cheese on the courier too. While a Mjolnir has been completed now by the Night Stalker. So we're about to see Disco Templar Assassin. Just let it glisten. Unless Night Stalker is just so selfish and doesn't apply the effect. Oh wait, no it isn't. Yeah, no, it's Templar Assassin who bought it herself. They're going double Mjolnir just to push out the lanes.
Somebody needs to... They have a Vlad's? No, they don't have any Vlad's. They really need to get one. 10% lifesteal and ranged. 20 on melee. Melee lifesteal's just... Good thing I caught that. Would have been made fun of for the rest of my life. No, but this is just where you just stay in your base and hope Root made.
Nope. This is when you come out and you kill Gypsy. You can see him.
Word, yeah.
Yep. It's also the acronym except it's still on the Night Stalker. And now Eternal Night.
I think they need a blink on Night Stalker.
That'll be useful.
If him and TA both have a blink, they can silence Abyssal and pretty much lock down anyone, as well as the sheep stick.
No parts.
Alright, so Root. How, like, you've got Megas available. YP has never entered your base. Like, I think it was the creep wave that did damage. I don't think, actually, no, they came in on the bottom lane. The bottom lane's actually had some considerable damage done to it. But they need the greatest fight in the world, followed by another greatest fight in the world. Because there's full buybacks for Root. Every single player on Root has a buyback. And they've only got 2 of their own.
If they relocate with Gyro, they might have enough DPS. And then you just...
What, to take out the bottom, the T3 tower, or...?
Yeah, you relocate, and you can boots of travel in with TA, and I think you could take a Rax or 2.
You'd have to, like, break the fortification first, though.
Yeah, you gotta break the fortification.
Oh, they're coming down.
They definitely have enough damage.
They found Derp. 3 hits, that's gonna take him out. Monkey, the Abyssal Blade! Down for the count. Meanwhile, up on top lane, the Gyro, have your cracker Gypsy. He's trying to get rid of this Wisp. Can't. Oh, wait!
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
He relocated him back, but still died to Laguna Blade. So the Wisp is down, but you don't have the Ember Spirit for Root. He can buy back and join the fight if he believes it's worth it.
Oh, Clockwork. Looking for TAs.
There's your hook shot.
He
He got through the refraction. Those BTs are coming in. And who is it? It's actually going to be the Lena, as well as the Slark, and they isolate the TA. But, hidden under Melt, blinks herself away, and they mistime it. TA dropped a trap behind to get away. Clockwork should have hookshot back off cooldown. Did he just try and do it inside the pit? They don't know. They have no idea.
Duked.
Outplayed.
That was really good. Really well played. I was also gonna touch on something else. I would say that one of the most useless heroes to have a Moonshard is Ember Spirit. You normally just want to do as much damage as you can. Battle Fury, Rapier, Crit. It's all done in one instant burst.
Mm-hmm.
You don't melee someone.
Yep.
So getting Moonshard on is kind of useless.
He's got money.
He's just
Like
got money in the
what
bank.
else is he going to buy? Like,
I'm just saying how the item isn't really effective.
I won't disagree with you. Like, unless he
there's
turns
nothing
into a man fight up against someone, and then like one attack saves his life, then you'd be like, oh, I'm such an idiot.
Could happen.
Still want to see that Abyssal Blade over on the Slark. Like, that kind of needs to come. While the Lena can almost complete up, almost complete up her own E-Blade. Yeah, I'm watching it. That Night Stalker is keeping very close tabs on Gypsy as well as Ya. And now Gypsy, well, leaves himself away. Pressure allowing the blink away for Lena. Meanwhile on bottom lane, Monkey's adding pressure into the gyrocopter, and they actually do find an opening. They found the Templar Assassin out. The relocate, however, is going to come in. It's a Wisp with the gyro. They get rid of the Tombstone, and Gypsy, well, he's inside the Shadow Dance, can't kill off the Wisp. Bounced over to the Templar Assassin. The bash was there, and now it's Gypsy, who might be in trouble, needs more help from his teammate. I say in trouble, he's got immortality. He'll come back to life. While Monkeys, he's making a run for the throne. All they got to do right now, Root, is stop the comebacks right now from YP. Can they actually get themselves in? The BKB, Monkeys beating at the towers. They can't get Sunken back. The hook shots will keep controlling him. Monkeys doesn't have enough damage. The double buybacks have arrived. That's one way to get back, as Sunken will die as well. The Night Stalker, the sole remaining player. YP actually had that buyback, but they caught the gyro. He's down. There's an rapier in the hands of the Slark. That's what his item slot was for, and that's what's going to call good game. They're all dead. It's 49-38, 80 minutes. Root will advance themselves through an ESL 2-0 after the newly branded YP made them work so hard for game 2. So hard. Yeah, analyze this, Ryu.
Okay, we can say easily, though, that YB had a lot of chances just run down mid lane, and Monkeys had no buybacks, and they could have gotten a Rex.